Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're embarking on an extraordinary journey, traveling back in time over 4 million years. We're going to a world that is both alien and strangely familiar, a world where the story of humanity was just beginning to be written. Forget what you think you know about cavemen and dinosaurs. We're going much, much further back to a time when our earliest ancestors took their first tentative steps. Picture this. East Africa, 4.2 million years ago. The landscape is a vibrant mosaic of dense woodlands, sprawling savannas and winding rivers. It's a world teeming with life, but also fraught with danger. Giant prehistoric elephants roam the plains. Saber-toothed cats lurk in the tall grass, and in the distance, a colossal volcano looms its shadow, stretching 4 miles across the land. This is the world of Australopithecus and amidst, one of our oldest known direct ancestors. These weren't apes, and they weren't quite human yet. They were something in between, a crucial link in our evolutionary chain. Imagine a creature about the size of a chimpanzee, with a powerful jaw for chewing tough roots and fruits. But here's the game changer. They walked upright. Their anatomy tells a revolutionary story, the story of leaving the trees behind and embracing a life on 2 feet. This wasn't just a change in posture. It was a fundamental shift in perspective. Standing tall on the savanna meant they could see over the grass, spot predators from a distance, and, most importantly, free their hands. So, what was a day in the life of Australopithecus like? It was a constant search for survival. Mornings would begin with the group cautiously moving from their nighttime shelter, perhaps a clutch of dense trees or a rocky outcrop. Their world was a symphony of sounds, the calls of exotic birds, the rustling of unseen creatures in the undergrowth, and the distant, ominous rumble of the volcano. Food was the primary driver. They were foragers, their diet consisting of fruits, nuts, seeds, roots, and maybe even small animals or insects they could catch. Every berry had to be tested, every root dug up with sheer determination. Their hands, now free from walking, became the ultimate tools for gathering and exploring their environment. Life was a group affair. They lived in small, tight-knit communities, much like modern primates. Social bonds were everything. Grooming, communication through gestures and vocalizations, and looking out for one another were essential for survival. Alone, Australopithecus was a vulnerable target, but in a group, they could work together to find food, defend against predators, and care for the young. The young hominins would learn by watching their elders which plants were safe to eat, how to avoid danger, and where to find water. This transmission of knowledge, however basic, was the very first spark of what we would one day call culture. But let's not forget the giant shadow in their lives, the volcano. It was both the creator and the destroyer. Its eruptions would have been terrifying. Cataclysmic events, spewing ash and fire across the landscape. Entire forests could be wiped out in an instant. Yet, in the aftermath, the volcanic ash enriched the soil, leading to bursts of new life and lush vegetation. This volatile environment was a powerful engine of evolution. It constantly challenged our ancestors, forcing them to adapt, to become smarter, more resilient, and more resourceful. The pressure was immense, but it was this very pressure that forged the path toward humanity. One of the most incredible pieces of evidence we have from this era are fossilized footprints, like the famous Latoli tracks. While slightly younger, they give us a breathtaking glimpse into this ancient world. Imagine a trail of footprints preserved in volcanic ash for millions of years. A family, perhaps an adult, and a child walking side by side. They weren't just surviving, they were living. They were moving across the land with purpose. These footprints are a powerful, emotional connection to our past. They are the marks of our ancestors on their bold journey, literally walking out of the shadows of prehistory and into the dawn of humankind. The decision to walk upright was perhaps the single most important step in our entire evolutionary history. It reshaped our skeleton, rewired our brains, and freed our hands to create, to innovate, and eventually, to build the world we live in today. When we look at the fossils of Australopithecus, we're not just looking at old bones. We're looking at the pioneers, the trailblazers who took a monumental leap of faith. They navigated a treacherous world under the shadow of a volcano, armed with little more than their wits and their community. Their courage and resilience are written into our DNA. Every time we stand up, every time we walk, we are echoing that ancient, revolutionary act. The journey that began on the savannas of Africa 4.2 million years ago is the same journey we are on today. It's a story of adaptation, of community, and of the unyielding human spirit to explore, to discover, and to move forward, no matter the obstacles. The world of Australopithecus may seem distant and strange, but it's where our story truly begins. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey back in time. If you found this as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button. And do you not forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next adventure into the past. Let me know in the comments what part of our ancient history you'd like to explore next. Until then, stay curious.